You guys ever wonder what Sonic's fingers and feet look like?
I never asked for this.
Me neither. But I was woken up in the middle of the night with a huge nightmare of Darkspine Sonic. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this transformation, but it only occurred once in the Sonic franchise, and that was in the spin-off game, Sonic and the Secret Rings. It's not really a spin-off per se, it's part of the Sonic storybook series that was discontinued after 2 titles. But it goes along with Sonic being trapped in the book of the World of Arabian Nights, and essentially he helps this genie Shara defeat another evil genie named Eraser Jin, and he goes through, levels to get to the end to take on this evil genie. They're collecting these items called the World Rings that absorb all the feelings of humans, rage, sadness, hatred, etc. And all of them are combined to make this monstrosity genie called Alf Layla wa Layla. That is the final boss of the game. So what does Sonic do to combat it now that he doesn't have the Chaos Emeralds? Well, he uses the Rings of Rage, Sadness, and Hatred to transform into this thing. And honestly, I never really understood what the concept was. That's why I wanted to make this video. This is a quick one. This is off the cuff. But why this? I mean, a lot of people like this transformation, and I'm not knocking anyone who does. It's kind of like it has this edgier look to Sonic, and he's a little bit more ragey. He's more violent and aggressive, and he says tougher things.
If this is your world, then it's a world that I don't want any part of.
And you would assume that it's absorbing all of the emotions from the World Rings. Each of them represent a different emotion. So one ring represents prayers, another is sadness, another is rage, another is hatred, joy, pleasure, and wishes. And 3 of these combine to make Dark Sonic look the way he looks. But the design is just so out there. It's not even based around a genie, or it's not based around Arabian Nights or anything like that. It's just Sonic in a purplish form. I mean, maybe it's supposed to look genie-like, but he has 2 stripes on his head. The quills point downwards, similar to Knuckles, and his fingers are out individually. They even emphasize this in the cutscene that his fingers are popping out. He has no shoes on, so this is probably what his feet look like. He has no toes.
But I wasn't curious.
So if anyone is curious as to what it looks like underneath, I mean, there was a scene in the movie that kind of showed that, but that design of Sonic is separate. This one has feet, just rubber soles, just hanging out.
This needs to stop now. This is cancer.
So, this is a factual channel. We like to break down the facts, right? And I was hoping to make a longer video about it because, we've had other transformations of Sonic. We have Super Sonic. We have that one Dark Sonic from Sonic X, which I think this takes some liberties from. We have Excalibur Sonic, which I think is pretty badass in that form. We have Hyper Sonic from the classic games as well. But this one is one of the weirdest transformations ever to me. It's also implied in this form that he has the control over fire. He has pyrokinesis in a sense, and he's able to fly, but he's not necessarily as invincible. So it's debatable whether he's as strong as Super Sonic in this form or not. And in this boss battle, he doesn't really fly into things or blow things up like he normally does as Super Sonic. He punches the crap out of this enemy. So I just feel like this is all the unnecessary sadness and anger that Sonic has developed over the last few titles, just unleashed into one gruffy, dark form here. But Darkspine Sonic was never really addressed again. They don't really talk about it in the actual game. They don't even mention, he just transforms into this thing and then moves on. And I wanted to see, if there was concept art, what the original designs were for this thing. You know that we're about the facts on the TheMentok channel, but I can't find any of that. Even Sonic Retro, where I get a lot of my information for my informative videos, there's only 3 paragraphs here. And it just describes basically what takes place in that cutscene in Sonic and the Secret Rings. So I'm kind of looking to everyone else here, can you find anything that's really based around what they were thinking when they made Darkspine Sonic? I think one Easter egg to bring up is that the original title of Sonic and the Secret Rings was Sonic Wildfire. So I think this is where they incorporate that whole fire mechanic that they were going for here. I mean, I'm not sure if the game was intended to be named Sonic Wildfire or that was just a concept, but there's not a lot of themes in Sonic and the Secret Rings that revolve around flames that way, so I don't know where they were gonna go with it initially, and maybe that's a separate video to kind of break down Sonic and the Secret Rings. I do want to talk about the multiplayer mode in that game to some extent in a separate video as well. I've hinted at it before in another video, but that pyrokinetic power is probably related to that original title of Sonic Wildfire. I thought that was one interesting part, while digging deep into this stuff. And this is the first form, as I mentioned, with no gloves or shoes. So we get to see the disgusting purple digits and like the feet, you know, like we all been wondering about the feet, I'm sure. Aside from that, I have combed the internet and I can't find anything outside of that. I can't find concept art, I can't find trivia behind what they were thinking when they made this thing. So it makes me think that they just kind of slapped together a form at the end that wasn't supersonic because the Chaos Emeralds weren't involved in this game. But aside from that, like I'm really trying to understand where the concept came from. I mean, maybe similar things can be said to the Werehog, but you can kind of tell that the entire game was based around that. This Darkspine Sonic thing was just like a one-off thing that we've never seen again in Sonic, and we'll never see it again. We'll probably never see it again because it's so specific, the artifacts that Sonic uses to transform into that thing. So I guess with this video, if anyone has any additional information on this transformation aside from what I've laid on the table today, please leave it in the comments below. And I know this is a very short video, but I'm really curious about this. This is like a call to action for you guys. If you find anything else like concept art or anything you can link me to, I would love to like dive deeper into this specific transformation. You know, at least in Sonic and the Black Knight, Excalibur Sonic had like a golden armor and it was a knight theme, you know, Knights of the Round Table theme. But what is going on with Darkspine Sonic? And then it was just never really addressed again. So that's why I am fascinated by it. What do you think about the form in general? Did you like it? Did you think that whole boss battle at the end was pretty dope? Anyway, if you have any information for me, leave it in the comments below. Give this video a like and subscribe. Aside from that, I'm sorry that it was so short because there's literally nothing to talk about when it comes to Darkspine Sonic. Even the name Darkspine. Why is it called Darkspine? Because his spines are dark? That's it. Anyway, as always, my children, be safe. The Prophet has spoken.